Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in the world tuning in to watch this video. Thank you for clicking through to watch it and welcome back to my channel. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Hayden. I'm a digital entrepreneur and lover of business from the UK, and I've been sort of missing in action, if you like, for the last sort of month and a bit, maybe coming up to 2 months now. I kind of lost track. I've got a lot on at the moment, and I've dropped off this sort of YouTube and online content game that I was doing before, and I now want to get back into it and start bringing you guys some good content and some valuable content, and trying to sort of document my journey here on YouTube and through my Facebook and through my Instagram as well. So if you are a subscriber from before I had my little break from YouTube, you will know that I was doing a lot of Shopify dropshipping on my channel and a lot of videos based around that. And I kind of wanted to give you an update of where I'm at with my businesses, what I'm currently doing, and sort of what I'm up to nowadays, to just update you guys and document it here on YouTube. But if you're new around here, you won't know a lot about me. So just to kind of give you an overview of what I do, who I am. I run a digital agency here in the UK, and I build websites, design promotional material, and I've got a few clients that I work with on a regular basis and do work for. I build their websites. You know, I build Shopify stores, WordPress websites, blogs, any sort of website that companies need for their business, for their personal stuff. They can come to me and I will build that and design it, and I also do a lot of leaflet, business card, poster design, all sorts like that. And at the start of this year, I got to a point where I decided that I wanted to build my personal brand. So not only my business, but I wanted to start to build out my personal brand as well, and start to put out content, valuable content about stuff that I'm interested in and I'm passionate about, and try and find an audience and a community around that. And it was going quite well. I was putting out regular content. You know, I was on it, I was engaging with people, I connected with a lot of people. I was really active on both YouTube and Instagram. And my aim really was to build a separate business, another venture. And I wanted something online, and it was kind of like my next step, if you like. So I've built my digital agency, that's going well. I'm getting clients, I'm getting work, I'm doing work for people with that. But I sort of wanted something a bit more on the internet, a bit more online, a bit something that I could maybe automate or bring not particularly passive income, but some sort of recurring income online for the stuff that I'm doing online, as well as obviously monetizing my personal brand when it gets to a point that I can do that. So as well as working on my digital agency, personal brand, I also decided to start up a dropshipping store. So I spent a few months learning everything I needed to know about dropshipping. Obviously, I'm a web designer, so I know everything about Shopify, know how to set up a store, know how to design, all that kind of stuff. But in terms of actually picking the products, marketing the products, getting those customers, and all sort of like how dropshipping works, I had to learn. So I bought a course, I spent a few months learning everything I needed to know. I built my store, I got close to launching it. I was about to launch it. And after sort of being in that scene and doing all that kind of stuff, I started to realize that dropshipping takes a lot of time. It's a lot of work to get it to a point where you can automate the process and start to just sort of leave it running and you can focus on your other stuff. And then my digital agency started getting really busy, and it got to a point where I was trying to do the work for my digital agency, I was trying to do my drop shipping, and I was trying to do my personal brand stuff. And the thing that gave way was my personal brand, because it wasn't earning me any money. And I just didn't have the time to put into it like I want to. And I enjoy putting content out. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy posting on Instagram, on Facebook, and connecting with people. And that was one thing that kind of just gave way. And I started to realize that actually in drop shipping, you're working with really small profit margins, so you're really working to sort of a tight budget all the time in terms of stuff like that, and actually getting your sales, you're not earning that much money from it, and it took a lot of work, a lot of time for me to get it to that point. But then it'd also take a hell of a lot of time to maintain it and keep it running alongside my digital agency. So because of that, because of my lifestyle, because of the way I work, because I just work for myself, I don't have anybody working for me, and the kind of dropshipping store wasn't at a point where I could automate that. I could get any virtual assistants, anything like that, and I couldn't afford to sort of automate the process any more than it was. It got to a point where I really needed to think about whether it was the right business for me to start right now alongside my digital agency. And so that's kind of sitting there now. I decided to put it on hold. I've done my site. I picked quite a few products, but I'll obviously need to do that again if I'm going to launch my store, just refresh those products because they may not sell well. I did a lot of research into that, and I got it to the point where I was about to launch the store. And I decided not to go with it, and the reason was because I didn't feel that I had enough time on my hands to put into that store to actually get it successful. And this is something I really wanted to talk about today. I wanted to document it here on this channel. I wanted to come out and tell you guys here and sort of explain where I see myself going in terms of my businesses and my YouTube, my personal brand in the future. But I also wanted to give you some kind of value from this situation, what I've learned from things like this. And I've touched on this sort of thing in the past on my channel, where I've said you need to learn from failure. So if you fail at something, you need to take that and you need to go ahead and learn and improve. And you shouldn't be scared of failing, because all failure means is that it's a learning curve. You're going to learn from that particular that particular mistake that you've made or something like that. Now, in this particular instance, it was kind of the point where I wasn't failing, I was giving up, I was quitting, I was stopping something. And although I've put my Shopify store on hold, I could always go back to it. It's sat there, it's waiting for me. I have a developer account with Shopify because obviously I build Shopify stores for my clients. So I can build unlimited websites, unlimited Shopify stores and leave them in my account, and I don't have to pay for that because it's not, you can't use it as a store unless you actually put it out into the internet and start to sell things on it. That's when you have to start paying Shopify. So I can develop these stores, I can practice my development through my account, and that was the way I was building my business was building my Shopify store. So I could always go back to that, it's always an option, but I am quitting, I'm stopping doing it. And although I love e-commerce, I love selling things, I love business in general, I just don't feel that right now at my point in my business, in my life, that I'm at a point where I can start up a dropshipping store and run it successfully to the point that I'd like to. And I wouldn't want to just do it anyway and it fail, because if I'm going into something knowing it's not going to work and knowing it's not going to fail because I just literally don't have enough time to put into it, then it's never going to work, is it? So it's pointless me doing that. It's pointless me going into a particular business if it's not going to work. But you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. I've got a tendency to be really hard on myself if I don't achieve something, if something doesn't go to plan, or if I have a day where I don't get things done for whatever reason, if I hit problems or if I'm just not feeling it that day, under the weather, whatever. But what you've got to realise is that you've got to start looking at the small wins within that. So I am now looking at this kind of sort of situation from a perspective of, well, I took a course on that, I bought that course. Yes, I lost money on the course because now I'm not starting my dropshipping store up, but I learned a hell of a lot from the guy who did that course. I know a hell of a lot more now about Facebook advertising, about e-commerce, about Shopify in general, about dropshipping, and I build Shopify stores for my clients. So I know a hell of a lot more now about the whole dropshipping side to it. So I can sort of start to bring the skills and the methods from dropshipping into my client stores and help them out with that. So I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about Facebook advertising that I'll use in my current business, in my client's business, in the thing that I'm now going into. And you need to change your perspective on things, because I can't change that now. I can't get back all that time that I spent building that dropshipping store. I can't take back all that time that I spent in that course, speaking to people, learning things, helping other people with their sites. And I never claim to be an expert in dropshipping, but I do know a hell of a lot about websites, web design, building Shopify stores. So I was helping a lot of people with that, with their stores, how to improve it, how to get more visitors, how to and I can't get that time back, but you've got to look at it from a different perspective and say, well, what have I learned from this experience? What have I got from it? And I learned a lot. I've picked up a lot of skills from it, and I'm happy I did it. And now I'm kind of just looking to the future. And one thing that I want to get back into doing is sort of YouTube, and sort of thinking about where I want my YouTube to go, what style I want to take, and then also start to focus more on my digital agency and how I can incorporate that into my personal brand and start to build out that business and grow that business through my personal brand and through what I'm doing in my more personal branding stuff. So that's where I'm going, and I've also got into affiliate marketing recently, and that to me seems to be the perfect business for me at the current point that I'm at, because it is the amount of time that you put into it is just will kind of dictate the amount of money that you get back out of it. So the months that I have lots of time left over, I can put loads of time into affiliate marketing and make lots of money from it. But the months that I'm really kind of snowed in with work and I've got a lot to do, I'm going to make less money from affiliate marketing, but that's okay because I don't have the time to spend on it, and that's understandable. Whereas dropshipping, you've got costs going out every single month with your dropshipping store, and it all builds up. There's a lot of things that I wanted to put into my dropshipping store that was going to cost me a hell of a lot of money when I got started, and that is because that is the way that I was going to do it to be successful fast. I needed apps, I needed automation, I needed a lot of things that were going to make my store successful and do large volume, large numbers of orders, and get those customers in buying. And it was turning out to be a lot of money every single month for that dropshipping store, and a hell of a lot of time to kind of manage it all. And there's always the risk with chargebacks, returns, all that kind of stuff. And it was just getting to a point that I thought, right, I need to prioritize my digital agency now. I need to really focus on that, and then take that forwards and see where I get with that, and then start to bring in my personal brand, which is what I'm doing now. So I've spent the time sorting out my digital agency. I've got some good work coming in now, some big jobs, and I'm starting to get, I've been doing it just over a year now, and I'm starting to really get used to the way that I run my business and the way that I can run my business. I've been doing this stuff on the side. But dropshipping for me just was too much for my current situation. So I just wanted to kind of document this and sort of thank everybody for staying subscribed to my channel. I didn't expect it at all, but I've not really lost many subscribers. So I'm very happy with that, and I want to get back into it, and I want to start documenting everything that I'm doing to in my business, to do with my affiliate marketing, which will be coming very soon. I've got some really great opportunities for you guys watching this. And I want to really give back to the community that I'm sort of building around this and around my Facebook group. Speaking of Facebook groups, if you're not already part of it, get yourself over to Facebook and join the Business League, because it is going to be the hottest business group on Facebook. I'm going to work very hard at it and give you guys as much value as possible and start to build up a community, a league of businessmen and women that are crushing it in 2018. And if you want to be a league member, then it is completely free to join. Just go over to the Facebook group, The Business League, and click join. There's just one question in there that you have to answer, and that is just simply what you want to get from this group. You tell me that, because that will help me tailor the content towards the kind of answers that I'm getting, and we can sort of build out the league from there and get you guys connecting, and build out this community of really motivated entrepreneurs that want to succeed and that are crushing in their business and want to connect with other motivated entrepreneurs. So if you're not part of the Business League, join it right now. I'll put the address on the screen, and I'll also put it down in the description below this video. So go check that out, and I will see you in the next video here on my channel. I'm going to try post as much as I possibly can, and make sure you get over to my Facebook. Also add me on Facebook, because I want to connect with as many people as possible. So if you're watching this and you don't already have me on Facebook, add me and we will connect. All right. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next video. I'm going to try and bring some really good content here on this channel, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, in my Facebook group, and give you guys lots of value and sort of document what I'm up to. And I highly suggest that you do it too, Make sure you are documenting what you are up to because it is so, so powerful. Thank you guys. I will see you next video.